All right, welcome back everybody. So behind me is a pile of parts. We're gonna start a new project, a little bit of a series, I guess, maybe just a couple videos worth. So leading up to all of this, even before the air ride setup, I bought a 6-speed. I bought a ZF out of a 95 Corvette. And then it was kind of the whole reason why I was gonna bag the car, because it vibrated around 55 miles an hour with the coilovers being so low. So I said, I'll let me bag it and then I'll eliminate that, and then I can put the 6-speed in there. While bagging the car, I realized that the exhaust is probably the original exhaust. It's completely rusty. If you've seen the videos, it's kind of hard not to notice. It's kind of like a big giant eyesore underneath the car, especially the crossover pipe. It's just kind of like been patched and stuff like that. So I figured I gotta take that out anyway to do the 6-speed. So we might as well just do our own custom exhaust right now, just to eliminate that. So when we go, everything will unbolt nicely and go back up. So that pretty much prompts me to this exhaust setup here. So what I'm gonna do is a series of just a kind of like a budget dual exhaust setup. So I was looking around online and there was a lot of stuff like Borla and Magna, a lot of expensive kind of bolt onto your factory setup. Even with headers, there's multiple sets of headers and different setups and stuff like that. So what I ended up going with, which I'll show you here in a minute, are items that are kind of on the entry level for the most part, and then a pipe kit to make it. I talked to my buddy Jay from Rusted and Busted. If you haven't checked out his channel, check him out. Building one of the sickest wide body air ride Corvettes out there, so check him out. We were talking about exhaust and what he ran and just trying to get some ideas and stuff like that. So I was looking for ceramic coated headers, right? So there's like a 4-month lead time on those, but you can get Hemman long tube black ones, like the ones that just have the paint on there that burns off. So I figured, hey, you know what? Let's just do this a series of, we'll ceramic coat the headers. We'll do that. We'll paint that ourselves, and we will make the dual exhaust all the way back. And then I got some 2-chamber mufflers too, which we'll mount on there. I'm gonna try to mount them where the factory mount is too, but we'll make all that, and then we'll ceramic coat everything, and we'll see what that comes into price point compared to something else out there. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this stuff and maybe start even pulling some of the old stuff out of the car. All right, so we're just gonna dive right in right now. I'm gonna pull this stuff out of here, give you a little up close view of it. So these are the Hedman long tube headers. Nothing really crazy, you probably haven't seen before. So I figured we'll try this around the coat on there. I did watch a pretty cool video utilizing this VHT flameproof primer paint. So they tested it on a dyno, the video I saw. I said, you know what? Probably not a bad idea. Let's actually try it in real life, not like a high paid video from some big company. So we'll put it on here, try it. Worst case scenario, I figured, turns out like crap, burns off, we'll just wrap them anyway and then just call that a day. So try that out as well. One thing I did not know when you order the headers, and it's just maybe something I just don't remember, but it actually comes with the other part that bolts to it for these, which is nice. I ended up ordering just like a basic header mount for the rest of the exhaust, but the headers actually come with this, so if you do that, you don't have to buy these extra. And they come with the gaskets and the flanges too, which is pretty cool. All right. So besides the paint, obviously matching gaskets, and then in here, I went with, from Jegs, these are a 2-chamber, kind of like a Flowmaster knockoff or whatever. The reason why I went with this style, like I said, I wanted to go like the original kind of factory look with it, 2 tips coming out. And then this is actually like a 3-inch collector. I am doing 2.5-inch all the way back duals. So I did get these 3 to 2.5-inch that I'm gonna put on here, and then when I adapt it there. So I got 2 of those, 2 of these. And in here, we'll zoom in a second, but it's all a bunch of straights, bends, a whole 2.5-inch and this is from like Speedway Motors, but I know Jay from Rustin and Boston told me he got his from Amazon. So you can get these kind of like DIY exhaust kits, which is kind of pretty fun. Instead of buying like something already prefabbed and pre-bent, this channel is called Build Something, not Buy Something. So we might as well make our own, do it step by step so you can check it all out too. So, all right, so here's what this looks like out of the box. Headers, and then this has this style kind of press on fit here, so you don't actually need a gasket there, which is cool. They actually come with those gaskets. I did order another identical set, but I didn't. For some reason, I just thought it came without it, but that's my bad. So hardware to bolt them on, and then there are the mufflers, the adapters, paint and primer, and then this is the exhaust setup here. And you can see they give you more than enough to pretty much do anything that you need. So all the straight pieces are underneath there. So we'll lay all that out when we're ready. All right, so here's a picture of the exhaust. As you can see, it's pretty ratty. All right, so I broke free those nuts there and there. So they all came off. One actually snapped, but now I'm going to back those out. I'm going to drop down this whole thing as one piece. All right, so I'm going to remove this exhaust bracket here for the muffler. So there's a 15mm bolt and nut. Can't really get a wrench behind here, so I'm going to go ahead and take these top ones out because I am going to try to utilize this style for the other muffler I'm going to put in here. So these are nut and bolts also, so you have to put a wrench up on the inside there. I already have one tucked up in there before you loosen it up. All right, now I got the whole thing out. Just want to give you a quick look at everything. This is what I was talking about, where it's all patched from the previous owner. And that is that. All right, so that'll do it for today's video. So we are out with the old stuff. I'm getting ready to go back with the new stuff. So if you enjoyed the video, press like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.